Hello learners, welcome back to another insightful learning experience. I, Dr. Simranjeet Kaur Bagga, Assistant Professor at Management Education and Research Institute. Today, we are diving into a game-changing topic that's transforming modern workplaces through measuring what matters. HR Analytic for Diversity, Equity, Inclusion and Belonging, DEIB Success. Why is this important? Because in today's organization, creating a diverse and inclusive culture is not just a value, it's a strategy. And to make it work, we must learn to measure what truly matters. But before we dive into these strategies, tools, let's take a moment to look at this short advert that sets the tone for our journey. Today, we embark on a journey through time to explore how diversity, equity and inclusion have transformed from foundational principle to strategic imperatives in the workplace. We are inspired. Let's focus on the early efforts and challenges organizations face while aligning HR analytic with DEIB goals. Advanced HR technologies, workplace, diversity, equity and inclusion of early initiative were largely driven by manual, well-intentioned efforts. Earlier, DI strategy of organization relied on diversity training session, the formation of employee research groups, and the manual collection of diversity-related data to foster more inclusive environment. While this initiative laid important groundwork, but they were typically limited in both reach and effectiveness. We have to focus on the barriers to progress in adopting a data-driven approach that were rooted in several key challenges, and the first was the absence of data-driven insights. Without reliable, comprehensive data, HR team found it very difficult to identify the underlying causes of inequities in hiring, promotions and compensation, and addressing these issues require ongoing commitment, cross-departmental collaboration and organizational-wide accountability. Additionally, unconscious biasness embedded in recruitment practices, performance evaluation and decision-making processes that frequently went undetected, impeding progress toward true equity and inclusion. One consistent takeaway from years of experience and ongoing learning is that challenges related to diversity, equity and inclusion are often deeply systematic, but these issues cannot be effectively addressed through isolated initiative or standalone policy, but HR may lead. DI is a shared responsibility of. Instead, organization must adopt a holistic organization-wide strategy that examines DEI at every level, both internally and within the broader societal context. While HR may spearhead this effort, true progress requires policies, practices and collective responsibility across all departments. Now, let's begin by understanding the evolution of DEI in the workplace and how far we have come. In today's corporate landscape, it is rare to encounter an organization that positions diversity, equity and inclusion as a strategic priority, whether as a core value, a cultural pillar or a competitive advantage or an area targeted for growth. Prioritizing DE&I is essential for companies aiming to cultivate a workforce that reflects the diverse society around them. Additionally, there is substantial evidence linking DEI initiative to enhance business outcome, including improved performance, profitability. But diversity, equity and inclusion are not just corporate jargon or aspirational value, nor are they solely strategies for improving business outcome. At Higher Road, we view DEI as a fundamental component of organization culture. We approach it as a matter of human right and firmly believe that prioritizing DEI is the right thing to do. What gets measured gets improved. A famous quote by Peter Drucker. We will explore how data-driven strategy can eliminate disparity, track progress, and drive accountability in DEI efforts. Data and analytics are essential tools in this process, offering insights into existing gaps, helping to prioritize strategic action and enabling consumer measurement of progress. A strong commitment to advancing DEI will foster a greater sense of belonging throughout the organization. This not only creates a more inclusive and supportive workplace culture, but also significantly contributes to enhance employee engagement, productivity, employer brand, talent acquisition, and overall business performance. By valuing and actively embracing diversity, equity, and inclusion, and importantly belonging, we can create a stronger, more resilient organization and communities that are better prepared to navigate the complexities of an ever-evolving world. Today, we are exploring a powerful and essential topic that shapes the heart of modern organization: diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. Our foundation principle essential to fostering a just and inclusive workplace and society. Now focus on what is diversity. It refers to broad range of differences among individuals, while equity ensures that everyone has fair access to opportunity and resources. Further, inclusion focuses on cultivating an environment where individual feels respected, valued, and belonging, respects the sense of being accepted, an integral part of community. We will discuss DEB in detail, as diversity encompasses the wide range of demographic characteristics that makes individuals unique, including gender, age, ethnicity, sexual orientation, geographical location, nationality, status, and more. The greater the variety within these dimensions, the more diverse an organization becomes. However, representation alone is not sufficient. What truly matters is creating a workplace that actually supports, values, and empowers individuals from all backgrounds. Secondly, equity involves ensuring that every employee has fair access to the opportunity, resources, and support, regardless of background or personal circumstances. An equitable organization is one where all individuals are treated just. Simple and systematic barriers to success are identified and addressed to enable inclusion to thrive. Third, inclusion is about fostering where all employees feel respected, valued, and welcome. It ensures that people of all backgrounds and identities are heard and engaged. Research from Gartner highlights that inclusive team can outperform non-inclusive one by 30%, underscoring the positive impact of inclusive practices on performance and collaboration. Fourth is belonging, goes a step further by creating an environment where individuals feel genuinely accepted and connected. It emphasizes psychological safety, where employees feel comfortable expressing their ideas, concerns, and identities without fear or judgment or exclusion. Regardless of tenure or role, every team member should feel like a valued part of the organization with equal opportunity to contribute and grow. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging plays a vital role both within the workplace and in the broader community, as it cultivates grounded in respect, empathy, and collaboration. By prioritizing DEIB, positioned to attract and retain a diverse workforce, stimulate creativity and innovation, and enhance the quality of decision making. Beyond business benefit, DEIB also supports fairness and social justice, contributing to a more inclusive and equitable society. Organizations that actively champion DEIB are made to make a meaningful impact within their communities that help positive and last changing in the world. Though distinct, these four concepts work together to enhance morale, engagement, productivity, innovation, and overall organizational success. Today, HR professionals and organizations increasingly recognize that effective DEIB strategies are not just aspirational, they are critical to drive sustainable performance and ensuring long-term organizational health. Next, we delve into a pivotal shift in organizational culture, the evolution from DEI to DEIB. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are essential components that helps to promote a sense of belonging. They focus on representation, fair treatment, and integration of individuals from diverse backgrounds. DEI lays a strong foundation to build an environment where everyone feels like they belong. But belonging in the workplace ensures that employees not only see themselves represented and treated equitably, but also experience acceptance and meaningful connection and commitment to their team and the organization. Without a sense of belonging, an employee is unlikely to want to work or stay at an organization long term. Also, employees experience acceptance, meaningful connection, a commitment for the organization. This is why belonging has become an essential element of DEIB. Next, we are diving into an inspiring case study that showcases the power of purpose-driven program in advancing gender equity in technology. A case on women-influenced Chicago Accelerator Program, empowering the next generation of female technologies, presented by Ethos in partnership with Illinois Technology Association (ITA) as a part of 1871. First, the challenges are that there are fewer than 20 female chief technology officers (CTOs) within the Chicago tech ecosystem. Recognizing this disparity, Ethos Women Influence Chicago and the ITA identified a critical opportunity to support and cultivate the next generation of female leaders in technology. The objectives are in partnership with ITA. Their goal was to design and implement a program specifically tailored for mid-career female and women-identified technologists. This initiative aimed to equip participants with the skills, confidence and advocacy tools necessary to enhance their career and position themselves for leadership roles within the industry. Approach followed by Ethos aimed to develop a comprehensive program that not only equipped participants with essential skills but also provided opportunity to apply and refine them with ongoing support. To achieve this, we followed a detailed and multi-step process. Firstly, we began by conducting user interviews with professionals across various roles, including UX, engineering, product management, and data engineering. These conversations help us identify the key challenges and needs that women in tech felt were critical for advancing their career, such as career progression, public speaking, sponsorship, advocacy, and mentorship. Secondly, following the interviews, we designed 3 different versions of the accelerator program, which then refined through collaboration with the Women Influence Chicago board. This process ensured that the final program iteration addressed all the needs identified during the research phase. Thirdly, the final program included 4 workshops focused on critical topics like career development, effective communication, negotiation, and management. In addition, we organize monthly forums to reinforce workshop content, complete with assigned homework and discussion topics. Participants also benefited from monthly one-on-one mentoring, coaching sessions, offering personalized guidance as they are implemented new strategies and tools within their roles and team. Building the Women Influence Chicago Accelerator was a collective effort involving valuable contribution from research participants and the WIC board. Their feedback and insights enabled the Ethos team to design a program that would effectively help women in the accelerator achieve their professional goals. Now, finally, the outcome of this study was the combination of learning, support, and discussion provided in this program proved to be extremely beneficial for their participant career. In the first cohort, 16 out of 17 women successfully achieved the goals they set for themselves, whether it involved securing a promotion, obtaining a raise, transition into people management, or gaining opportunities to become throughout the leaders within their communities. Moreover, the program fostered a strong sense of community among participants, mentors, coaches, and facilitators, creating meaningful connection that broaden their professional network. The conclusion of this case study was the Women Influence Chicago Accelerator (WIC) has proven to be a valuable resource for women in technology across Chicago. As new cohorts continue to participate, they were excited to expand their program reach, enhancing both the learning opportunity and the support network for women in tech. Their aim is to increase the number of female CTOs positioned in the Chicago's tech industry as a diverse and inclusive hub for all talent of background. Secondly, we explore a compelling example of corporate leadership in action, a next case study on the Tata's group journeys toward fostering diversity and inclusion in the workplace. The objective of this case study explores the Tata's Group enduring commitment to environmental sustainability, employee welfare, and social development. renowned as a trailblazer in the field of CSR, corporate social responsibility. The Tata Group has embedded the principles of inclusion and equity into its core values since its inception. The primary objective of this case study is to examine how the Tata Group has effectively introduced diversity and inclusion within its corporate culture and how it continues to evolve and enhance these practices across business operation. The introduction of the Tata Group, one of the India's largest and most respected multinational conglomerates, operates in over 100 countries and employs more than 70,000 people with a steadfast dedication to creating an inclusive and equitable work environment. The Tata Group has established comprehensive policies and initiatives aimed at promoting diversity across all dimensions, including gender, race, religion, and sexual orientation. A central component of these efforts is the company's diversity and inclusion policy, which formalizes its commitment to fostering an inclusive environment where every employee is respected and offered equal opportunities to thrive. Approaches followed by the Tata Group. First, the commitment to gender diversity. The Tata Group has made substantial strides in promoting gender equity across its workforce. Through targeting initiative, the Tata Group is working to increase female representation in leadership role. But one such initiative is the Women's Leadership Program, which equips women with the necessary tools, mentorship, and training to advance their careers. In addition, the company has established Employee Resource Groups (ERGs) to foster community, support, and development among employees. ERGs include Tata Women's Network, Tata Pride Network, Tata Disability Network, Tata Differently Abled Network. These groups provide safe spaces for all employees to connect, address shared challenges, and champion inclusivity. Second, inclusivity for differently abled employees. Tata Group is equally committed to empowering employees with disability. Its inclusion strategy include flexible work arrangement, accessible infrastructure, training and development programs, awareness campaign, promoting empathy and understanding. These measures ensure that differently abled employees are integrated meaningfully into the workforce and have opportunity to succeed. Third, fostering a culture of inclusion. At the heart of Tata's approach is a strong organizational culture that values and celebrates differences. Regular training sessions, workshops are held to sensitize employees to issues such as unconscious bias and inclusive leadership. The Diversity and Inclusion Training Program equips employees with the knowledge to actively support an inclusive work environment. Understanding unconscious bias, navigating cross-cultural collaboration, role of ERG in enhancing workplace. Fourth is the recognition and impact. The Tata's Group initiative have received widespread acclaim. It has been recognized as one of the best companies for women in India by the Working Mother and Avatar Group and has earned accolades from the National Center for Promotion of Employment for Disabled People for its disability inclusion practices. This acknowledgement reflects the group's significant contribution to advancing workplace equity and building a more just society. Conclusion: through its sustained focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion, the Tata Group has cultivated a supportive and empowering work culture. By embracing the richness of diverse perspectives and backgrounds, the group continues to drive social progress while setting industry benchmarks in inclusive leadership. Further, we will discuss the importance of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging in the workplace. In today's interconnected business world, embracing diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging is not just an ethical obligation, but a strategic advantage. The following points illustrate how the integration of these principles contributes to organizational success. First, raising awareness of bias. DEIB initiative help identify and address unconscious bias across various workplace processes such as hiring, performance reviews, promotions, and compensation. Second, broadening the talent pool. With the increased transparency available through platforms like Glassdoor, potential candidates can easily assess a company DEIB commitment. Millennial and Gen Z in particular prioritize working for organizations with strong DEIB practices. According to E&Y surveys, 68% of millennial and 73% of Gen Z would choose an employer that promotes DEIB over one that does not. Third, strengthening employer brand. Employees who feel a sense of belonging more likely to recommend their organization as a place to work. 51% of those with high belonging versus just 4% of those without. DEIB program can improve employee net promoter scores by up to 167%. Enhancing employee engagement. Employees who feel valued, connected to their teams are more likely to go the extra mile at work. This positive attitude is contagious, driving higher engagement across the organization. Improving retention rates. Research from the Achievers Workforce Institute reveals that employees with a strong sense of belonging are significantly less likely to seek the employment. While only 5% of those with low belonging consider leaving, 40% of those with high belonging rarely think of changing the job. So additionally, BetterUp found that DEIB programs can reduce turnover risk by 50%. Boosting productivity. When employees feel supported, psychologically safe, their productivity increases. According to Achiever, 45% of employees with a strong sense of belonging report being highly productive, compared to just 6% of those who don't feel they belong. BetterUp also found that well-executed DEIB initiative can reduce 6 days by 75% and enhance job performance by 56%. By prioritizing DEIB, organizations not only foster an inclusive and supportive environment, but also enhance their overall performance, engagement, and reputation in the workplace. Now comes to the evolution of HR technology in advancing DEI. As HR technology matures in the mid-2010, it begins to play a transformative role in DEI initiative. Amongst the most impactful advancement was the integration of data analytic and AI-driven tools that empowered organizations to make a more strategic and measurable approach to DEI, data analytic and reporting. With the introduction of platforms such as Visa, Workday, HR team gained the ability to collect, analyze and report on workforce demographic, including gender, race, ethnicity and age. These tools help uncover patterns of underrepresentation, pay disparities and career progression gaps. By turning insights into action, organizations could set clear DEI benchmark, track progress over time, and ensure accountability at all leadership levels. Second, bias detection and mitigation. HR technology also began to support bias detection across the talent lifecycle. AI and machine learning were leveraged to analyze job description, hiring practices, performance evaluation for sign of unconscious bias. Tools like Texico use natural language processing to recommend more inclusive job posting language, attracting a broader pool of candidates. Similarly, platforms like Pymetric applied behavioral science to assess candidates based on potential and aptitude, reducing reliance on biased traditional criteria. AI-powered performance management system emerged to highlight inconsistencies in employee evaluation, flagging potential biases and offering data-informed suggestions to promote fairness in reviews and promotion. Next, inclusive hiring practices. Automation and standardization in recruitment further advance inclusive hiring. Blind recruitment tools anonymize candidate data in the early stages of hiring, enabling objective evaluation based on skills and experience. AI-driven platform expanded candidate searches beyond conventional channels, helping organizations assess a more diverse talent pool and mitigate systematic barriers in hiring. Next, supporting ERGs and inclusion initiative. HR platform also enhance the impact of employee resource groups, ERGs, and other inclusion programs. Tools like Hyperbyte, Jostle created centralized hub for ERGs to connect, collaborate, and advocate for inclusive practices. These platforms enable better communication, streamline event organization, and help measure the influence of ERGs on employee engagement and workplace culture. Training and development. The rise of digital learning solutions made DE&I training more accessible and engaging. Platforms such as Coursera, Udemy offered scalable education on topics like unconscious bias and inclusive leadership. Additionally, immersive technology like virtual reality created experiential training environment, allowing employees to better understand the effects of bias and discrimination and to build empathy through real-world scenarios. Next, we can cover the impact of COVID-19 on DEI and HR technology. First is the pandemic influence on DEI initiative. The COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 significantly reshaped the landscape of workplace. DEI. As remote work became widespread, organizations were challenged to sustain inclusive culture and ensure equitable access to resources and opportunity for all employees. This shift brought issues of equity to the forefront, particularly as the crisis affected individuals differently based on socio-economic status, caregiving responsibility, and other identity factors. HR technology played a pivotal role in supporting DEI efforts during this period. Digital communication and collaboration platforms such as Slack, Microsoft Teams became essential tools for fostering inclusion in remote environment. These platforms enable the continuation of employee resource groups activity, virtual DEI training, and team building events, helping to preserve a sense of connection and community across dispersed teams. The next, this acceleration of HR tech adoption. In response to the rapid shift to remote work, organizations significantly increased their reliance on HR technology. AI-powered tools became critical for managing recruitment, performance, and engagement in a way that maintained fairness and inclusivity. Sentimental analysis tools, for instance, were leveraged to gauge employee morale and well-being across different groups. These tools provided real-time insights into how remote work was impacting employees, allowing HR teams to proactively address gaps in engagement, satisfaction, or support. By enabling more responsive and equitable decision-making, HR technology helped to ensure that DE&I remain a central focus even in time of crisis. Next is the future of HR technology in advancing DE&I post-2023. First is ongoing innovation and integration. As DI continues to be a strategic priority, the role of HR technology is expected to expand with increased integration of AI, data analytics, and automation into talent management practices. These innovations will empower organizations to build more inclusive, equitable, and data-informed workplace cultures. Enhanced tools will support smarter decision-making, help to detect systematic inequities, and facilitate personalized approaches to employee development and support. Second is AI ethics and bias prevention. With AI playing a great role in recruitment, performance, evaluation, and employee engagement, ensuring ethical and unbiased use of these technologies is becoming a critical priority. To maintain alignment with DE&I objective, organizations will need to implement these robust safeguards such as ongoing audit of algorithm, transparency in data collection, and collaboration with diverse stakeholders during tool development. These efforts will help to prevent the reinforcement of existing biases and support equitable outcome. Third is the broadening DEI measurement and insights. The future of DE&I measurement is expected to move beyond traditional metrics. HR technologies will increasingly enable organizations to analyze more complex and layered aspects of identity, such as examining the experiences of individuals who belong to multiple underrepresented groups. This deeper level of analysis will offer richer, more actionable insights into employee experiences and help organizations to tailor their DE&I strategy to address a broader range of challenges and opportunities. Strategies for integrating diversity and analytics into HR processes. Successfully incorporating diversity analytics into human resources require a thoughtful and strategic approach that aligns with the broader organizational objective. By leveraging appropriate tools and technologies, HR leaders can use data-driven insights to strengthen diversity, equity, and inclusion effort across the organization. Below are the key strategies to guide this integration. First is securing leadership support. Gaining buy-in from executive leadership is essential. When leaders actively champion DE&I, it signals its importance across the organization. Their support also helps to secure the necessary resources and ensures DE&I remains a strategic priority. Second, develop a customized strategy to create a tailored approach that aligns diversity goals with the organization mission and culture. Set specific measurable objectives and timelines to track progress. This enables the strategic framework to enable the data-informed decisions that drive meaningful change. The third is to provide ongoing education and training. To offer continuous training on unconscious bias, inclusive practices, and the value of diversity. Educating employees at all levels fosters greater awareness, supports cultural change, enhances decision making, grounded in equity and inclusion. Fourth is foster cultural functional collaboration. Encourage partnership between HR and other departments to share insights and co-create a holistic DEI strategies. A collaborative approach ensures consistent messaging, coordinated efforts, and optimized use of organizational resources. Fifth is leverage technology and data analytics to utilize advanced HR analytic tools to track DEI metrics in real time. This platform to help identify patterns, measure progress, and enables proactive adjustment to strategy based on data side. Now, in summary, understanding the evolution of D&I help us to appreciate how far we have come and how much further we need to go. Despite challenges, many organizations are making meaningful strides by embedding diversity, equity, inclusion into their culture. By doing so, they are not just promoting fairness, they are driving innovation, engagement, and long-term success. Happy learning!